Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Night Live with Bill Tucci.
Behold his mighty hand.
Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang, Tucci gang.
Just want to manage expectations.
Weird.
This is the worst.
Oh, hey, what is up?
What are you doing, shaving?
What? No, just combing. They're making it soft and smooth.
Oh, man. I shaved yesterday, actually.
Did you?
I mean, today. I shaved today.
Oh, good. Look at you, man. Freaking slick.
Slick. What's up, everybody? Thank you guys for joining us. It's just me and Nile Scala today. I think we invited some people, right? You did, Nile?
We did. We invited some people. We invited the bros. We invited some friends. But everyone was like, "Oh, it's for Tucci." Nah.
Nope.
Batman.
They said, nope.
Nah.
They said, nah.
You know what they said? It was just plain weird.
Just plain weird.
Dude. Little Batman.
What is
tonight,
going
bro.
on?
Little
So,
Batman talk.
yeah, let's have a little fun today. And
Could
seeing
have been.
things. And I've been told by people because I wrote a pitch in 2006 and it went all the way up to the top. And then nothing happened. I think it came down saying Dan DiDio's want to do Elseworlds because it was sort of an Elseworld, but a lot of layers to it. I wanted to get back to the heart of the Batman to make him the world's greatest detective. Get to that. Make it a crime story.
Yeah.
Brutal, all that stuff. But it did end up getting me work for DC Comics, which led to Sergeant Rock and all. But I think, especially me coming there, who the hell am I? Because, I mean, let's be honest. I was never in the club, if you will, Scala.
What club is that?
Mainstream comics club. I mean, which is something which is really cool because you get so many today's comic book superstars. God love them. But they all made their hay, if you will, in the mainstream. Right?
Yeah.
They became famous doing someone else's character, doing these mainstream comic characters, and then they were able to break out on their own and stuff, including the Image guys and stuff like that. Something like with me though is, and again, me and Brian Polito, Jeff Smith, Terry Moore, a bunch of people that I became friends with when I first got into the biz, if you will. They were all we all made our mark with our own characters, right? And it was wonderful. It was kind of cool because that's how we got to become, I guess, personalities in comics, known in comics, was through our own creator-owned stuff. And that's why we had that fantastic panel, the comic book couples, at this past year's San Diego Comic-Con, which I guess may or may not ever be put on the PopXP. We did videotape them.
That's going up. That's going up tomorrow. Yeah. Woo!
And then, so here's something else that happened. So I didn't invite anybody else because I just didn't have time today. We had a crazy day. And then Debbie made a mistake in the ordering of the Gemstone books because the She comics are sold out. In a very
tonight.
So the She Gemstone book is sold out. Sold out last week. The first one to sell out. Brian Polito's Lady Death then sold out as well. So Debbie put the order in, but she shorted the books like by 20 or something from our orders. And Jeff said, well, they're all sold out. Hang on. Yeah. Hang on.
Damn, that zipper's really stuck, huh?
And so Jeff Vaughn that said we can get them for you. So hopefully everyone will get their books. So, and then all the San Diego stuff that's getting ready to ship out. The Great Renzini is sitting there at the office right now. fulfilling stuff to get all your San Diego Comic-Con product out. And my mom's here. My mom's leaving. My 86-year-old mother is leaving to go back to Florida, so she cooked a big dinner. Debbie's mother came over.
Nice.
My brother Philly came over, but we're at the office, and I had to sign all the San Diego Comic-Con books because I didn't sign them. We just bagged and boarded them all, but I didn't sign them. So I had to take out all the books, and I had to sign them all, and they're being rebagged and boarded, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now I'm drinking one of these.
The hell's that?
Hogarden.
Oh, nice.
Hogarden beer.
You
Hogarden.
drinking beer?
Yeah, I'm drinking beer. Fuck
You
it.
never drink beer.
I know, but I don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's right. That's fucking right. Look at you in a Stella glass. That just doesn't seem right. But all
Yeah, I
right.
have like 16 of these. You need any? Because I've been stealing
You steal them
bars
from
for
the. Yeah, I was
25
gonna
years.
say, right?
Do you need any of them?
Hell yeah, bro! Bring them to Terrificon.
Here's a bring Terrificon.
Yeah.
Hey guys, everyone out there, 47 people watching. Hello. Christian Zaffo, good to see you. The Aragalanian, the Armenian Knight is here. Ember 1282, the Bat Fan. Is that Lee, my bro Lee? Give a thumbs up if that's you, buddy. Bullet says, drink that hoe. Heck yes. Just call me insane. Just call me insane.
Call me insane.
Well, I had Lefe glasses. I had a bunch of glass I stole from Belgium, and they've all broken over the years.
Yeah, but those Stella ones, man, you can drop them. They bounce right back up in your
Drop
hand.
them, bounce right back. Yeah.
That
So
gold
it's a
rim.
really nice beer.
That's great.
But today we're going to talk about. So anyway,
I got
So-
coffee.
oh, did you get that at Starbucks?
Hell yeah, bro. And I got
You
in my
saying
buddy.
this too?
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. No way.
Dang.
So, talking to people, I think talking to Jimmy and stuff, and I had this story idea, and I think I told the Jimmy. Jimmy's like, "That's a really cool story, dude. You should pitch that." So, what I did, and I could share the screen if you want to jump into that, or should we have some ballyhoo to begin with?
Well, what are you going to jump into? You going to jump?
Well,
into
I
some
want to get
images?
into
You gonna jump
the pitching process of things I pitched. I also have another one I found called Sergeant Rock, Crown of Thorns.
Oh, really?
And then Jade, I have a one for Jade. So I think we should start doing these. You know,
You should,
the
bro.
greatest comic stories you've never heard. Because here's the thing with Marvel and DC. And Darwin Cook told me, now Jack Kirby famously said comics will break your heart. Right? Darwin Cook told me that Marvel and DC will break your heart. And he's right, because you do all this work, you put together all this research, you come up with something, a really cool, interesting idea. It gets up, you're there for weeks, having meetings, everyone's doing it, you start breaking these issues down, and then at the last minute, like, yeah, we're going to go in a different direction. Or they just blow it off, right? And let it go, let it just disappear.
Well, that's like the fucked up part, though. Because, like, as a creator and you have these connections with the big two, you're already established. So you're like, hey, I got a great idea. And then you talk to a couple peers and they're like, that's a great idea. And then you send it in and then someone reads it and like, that's a great idea.
Mhm.
So they bring it up the chain and they're like, nope. And so like it's like, you know, it's like you're about
that happened. Yeah, I'm going to
know,
pitch.
and
I'm
then
going to start
it
doing
doesn't
this. So
work
I had
out.
pitches for. They approached me to do the Human Torch 70th anniversary book, and I pitched a story, and we're going to go through it all. And I have all these pitches, and just like we'll do today, we're going to start with Batman Blue Collar. It's called. We'll go through my little pitch. We'll go line by line. I'll read it. We'll discuss it. And book like that got to the top, and someone at the top said, "Nah, we're not going to Billy do it." And then if you look at the story of the Human Torch number 70, whatever it was, 70th anniversary book, it's very similar to my story. So they took my story and had somebody else write it, one of their guys, and it was fucking garbage.
Wait, you said for Human Torch, though.
Human Torch, this is for Human Torch, and that's a whole nother story. Human Torch pitch, bro.
What?
Oh my god, it was great. So I love these crazy characters to give them a bit of a heart, you know?
Yeah.
And again, you go through these processes, you spend weeks on this, and you work, and then nothing happens. And it's because some asshole over there or something like that has a problem with it, and nothing happens. I also got a great Captain America story that, again, these stories that people love. Now, if it's me, maybe it's me, but I'm sitting there working on these things for a month. going in and out, coming back and forth to the city. You think you're going to do something, and then of course nothing happens. Chris Klammer and I came up with an idea involving the Mandarin, Archangel, and Betsy Braddock, Psylocke, and that never happened. It's like, and I even saw at last year's New York Comic Con when I was hanging out with Chris Klammer, I was like, man, that would have been a great story. And here's the crazy thing is that these stories you get in, so say like Darwin Cook, right, with New Frontier.
Yeah,
it's a miracle that was done, but it was industry altering.
Oh, of course.
Like I've heard from Jimmy, from Brian Polito, from Darwin, some of the and I'm sure if we talk to John Romita, we talk to Dan
Smith.
Durkin. Bo Smith, right? There's another one, Bo Smith.
Let's see what Bo says. He says, as a creator, you always construct your pitch for Marvel and DC so that in case they pass on it, you will always be able to do it with a creator that you create. Always leave yourself a back door.
That's a great idea.
It's a great idea.
An excellent idea. And I think I can do that with this Batman Blue Collar story of a character that Matthew and I created. But I'm trying to scroll through here to find my Human Torch just so I could pull that out. But, you know, it's just, oh, my God, 2 for the Milky Way. I got a Thing story, a Fantastic Four story. These are great stuff. All right, here, comic book pitches. Here it is. I'm going to pitch master. I'm going to pull pitch. I'm going to put it on my desktop so they're all there. Fun stuff. And again, you got to hear. So we'll be at conventions, right? Say we're at Terrificon, right? We're hanging out in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You will hear the greatest comic book stories. Like, why wouldn't they do that? And it's because of somebody, a lot of personalities. They also don't want, if you're not in their club, they don't, here it is, Rise of the Machine. There it is, boom. They don't want you. Like this story, if so-and-so pitched it, they'd be all for it. But if person A pitched it, it would be an instant, let's green light all the way, let's do this, is going to be great. If person B pitches it, and you're not in their club, or they don't want person B, a lot of fucked up personalities in mainstream comics. If they don't like you, they're like, I would never give this person a shot because this book would be great.
Oh yeah, they don't want to give you that success. Nope.
Yeah, because it's not their characters, it's not their business. I mean, they work for this company, so they have the power. So a lot of personalities come into play because a lot of them are beta bitches, you know. And very insecure, very backstabby, bitchy type of guys. And they're cutthroat, crazy.
See, I would think opposite. If I was in that club, you know, and Billy Tucci came to me and I was like, fuck Billy Tucci. I know who he votes for, you know. But I would be like, this is a damn good story. And then I'd be like, you know what? If this is a hit, I could tie my name to this too. And then I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. See, they don't think, man.
No, but they're
they
not
don't think like business.
The editors. It's not the editors. It's the editor-in-chiefs, the group editor. The higher you go up, that's what it is. The resistance you hit out of nowhere. Maybe another writer sees this pitch, and they don't want it. There's so much. It's so cutthroat. There's so much insecurities. And again, these people came to me to come up with something.
Yeah.
Look at Superman Selective Service. I didn't remember writing this. It must be World War II with Superman.
Yeah.
You know, and because a lot of my stories were Golden Age stories too that had nothing to do with, or Elseworld stories that did not infringe upon the current continuities at all.
Yeah.
So we can go through this. And then I remember I sent you 2 pitches, Nile, of the Batman. One was the second one when Bruce Wayne had disappeared and we came up with an alternate character. Because my editor, Joey Cavalieri, said, you know, that's a really good story. Do you think you can maybe tweak this and maybe we can introduce a new Batman type character?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I came with this, with the Batman Blue Collar. But I got Paul Freese, Air Force veteran. Hello,
Michigan.
Thank you, Paul Freese. But I don't know if I told Lee Batfan my story. I might have, but I don't know if you want to get into it. Let's start talking.
Yeah, let's start talking about it. So the one image we've got, though, is that the only one you have for this pitch?
For this, it's because that one's going to do more. But I can go through everything and tell you all the stuff. But if you want. Should I do the pitch first or do the art first?
No, let's do the pitch first and show the art.
Let's do the art. All right, Scala. So I'm going to find that page. I'm going to open it up.
I said
my pitch. We'll go line by line. All right.
You're like, yeah, let's do the art. And I said, let's do the pitch first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant the pitch. Yeah. Okay. So this is the story. It's a what if Elseworld story because I felt it was safe. Again, they came to me to come up with something like this. And
What's the year? What's going on? What year are
oh,
we in?
it's let's say it starts off it's today. It takes place today, but it's an Elseworld story.
Got you. And
Okay,
when
so
did
it's
you
called
pitch this? What year?
2006, almost 20 years ago. I was a mere lark, a young buck. And I said, okay, let's pitch it. So, and then it's so funny because I really don't have a lot of stories that I did for DC Comics or Marvel.
Mhm.
Marvel, I just, I worked with Jimmy, which was a lot of fun. DC, I just did Sergeant Rock, which got all these good, won the Military Writers Society of America's gold medal. I did, if you read the DC Comics, I did the Sergeant Rock Peace on Earth story. That if you read the reviews of that DC holiday special, it got the best reviews of it. I did my Batman story, my Batman short story, which was nominated for an Eisner Award.
Yep.
Trick for the Scarecrow. Then I did another one called To the Finish Line, Superman versus Flash, To the Finish Line. And that again in the DC Halloween special got the best reviews. So I haven't done a lot, but everything I did kind of had
Pretty successful.
Had successful. I got another one. I just thought of another Batman story. It's actually Alfred's story. On D-Day, about D-Day, and Mademoiselle Marie's in it, and also Sergeant Rock, War No More. So these stories seem to have gotten again. They approach me to come up with something. I come up with it. You go into New York because I'm in New York. This is when they were all in New York. You have meetings with them. Everyone likes you. Pitch ideas. You start. Well, what about that? Oh, yeah, I can make that work. I don't know. Maybe I could try it. That sort of thing. Maybe 3 or 4 meetings. And then you start breaking these issues down into individual issues and stuff. And then nothing happens. But let's dive into Batman Blue Collar. Shall we?
Do it. Let's dive into this.
Now, do I have to zoom in a little more? Or is that okay? Should I zoom in?
Zoom in a smidge.
A smidge. All right, let me find my little zoom. Do you see the zoom Scala? View.
No, I don't.
I'll go to view.
These
I mean, I can enlarge the type, but let's
just
see.
read it to the people. Read it.
Zoom.
It's
There
like
we
a
go.
book on tape.
We're gonna go. Let's go to 175. Let's see if let's try 200. Oh, that's nice for the people, right? For the peoples.
For the people.
All right. So this is a story, Batman Blue Collar, and it starts. Let me see if I can. No, I can't. I can run my thing. What if Bruce Wayne? And the cool thing with the pitch is that you introduce your characters in all capital letters. And you guys let me know what you think of this. If it sucks, let me know. And then maybe there will be some validation why it was never done. But it's like a what if. It's an Elseworlds, which they were looking to do, right? Mm-hmm. What if Bruce Wayne was not born the son of a millionaire, but rather an ordinary Gotham City police officer? So Bruce Wayne was not the son of a millionaire, but an ordinary cop, right? Young Bruce Wayne, a little bit of soot on his face. Can I have some moo, please? Right?
A little blue collar, huh?
Yeah, a little blue collar. And when Gotham City Police Department officer Thomas Wayne and his wife Martha were gunned down after a night at the movies, would things have turned out any differently for the young son who witnessed the cold-blooded murder? The son who would one day become the Batman. Well, think about it, right? Is the only reason why Bruce Wayne became Batman, is it because of all his money and because of all the assets he had, all the privilege? I think not, Nile Scala.
No,
I think to get to the true essence,
elaborate.
Right? I think to get to the true essence of the Batman is to get into Bruce Wayne's head, to be who the man Bruce Wayne is. Yes. Right?
Right.
I think he's the same man, money or not. Wouldn't you say?
Well, the vengeance is the same. The vengeance is the same. But the question is, there was the cave under Wayne Manor.
We're going to talk about the cave.
All right.
We're going to talk about all that stuff.
Let's get there.
We're going to talk about all that stuff. Because I don't know if anyone's ever lived in the city. There are lots of bats in the cities.
There are.
Yes, there are. They feed on pigeons. No, they don't. They feed on mice and then they in garbage. But there are lots of bats in the city. Okay, so, well, yes and no, I said. After Joe Chill's, and I named him Joe Chill, after Joe Chill's senseless slaughter of his beloved parents. Now, listen, I have not edited this, guys. We do have edited versions that Debbie would look at and stuff, but this is the first pitch. After Joe Chill's senseless slaughter of his beloved parents, young Bruce is taken in by Martha's older brother, Alfred. Little
What?
Again, the source material is great, so I can't really go wrong with it.
Yeah.
Living in a small apartment above the mechanic's garage in the city's cave section. So they call it the caves of Gotham City. Why? Because it's named so after the monolithic elevated train lines that crowd above several now darkened neighborhoods. So if you ever guys see Chicago, there's the L train, right? You ever see the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, films like that? Oh, I'm sorry, the French Connection. They have these giant elevated rail lines. They're in Queens and Brooklyn and stuff. But underneath these massive train lines that are about 3 stories high, 2-3 stories high, beneath it are these apartments, these homes, and it blocks out the entire sun of the street. So it's very dark. So we call it the caves because it's like living in a cave. And within these caves, or hanging,
I like
hanging
that.
from the L trains underneath, which there are now, and there are in Chicago, in Queens, New York, in any major city, are bats. Thousands of millions of them live there because it's a perfect environment for a bat.
That's true. True story, everyone. True story.
All right. So the boy grows up tough on the mean streets of Gotham. Right? So he's a tough kid, right?
Yeah.
The money is always tight. Uncle Al proves to be a wonderful and benevolent guardian. Among other things, the widower, he's a widower, teaches his nephew right from wrong, how to defend himself, and of all things mechanical, while the two lovingly restore Thomas's beastly black 1969 Charger. So it was a Superbird. I mean, with the wing.
Yeah.
And a lot of things in the Robert Pattinson,
that was a Pontiac,
Batman,
right? The Pontiac. What? So it was the Pontiac.
No, it's a Plymouth Superbird.
Or Plymouth,
sorry.
Yeah,
Plymouth, this is the first one. Again, this is the very first pitch. So I wanted to go my first pitch before I started doing more research, and then it's actually a Plymouth, the Superbird.
You know what's interesting though? The Batman movie. I mean, look at his Batmobile.
There's a lot of that in the Batman. So if I'm going to open up a new tab and let's find a Superbird. Okay. Here's let's hit with a Plymouth Superbird.
They're also Roadrunners, right? Weren't they called Roadrunners?
No, not with the wing. Only the Superbird had the wing. So if you look at this car and imagine it black, right? So I'm gonna stop sharing for 1 second. I'm gonna share another screen. For those of you that know or not, this is the Plymouth Superbird.
Yeah.
So this is the car that was Thomas Wayne's. Again, he's a Gotham City police officer. He's an ordinary Joe. He likes his car, and he's got this badass beast of a freaking. Oh, I can't share it. Let me share it over here. Sorry, I'll share it again. Sorry, I'll share the zoomed in image. Of course, this is yellow. Comes in all. But how badass is that as a Batmobile? All black.
That would be pretty.
Right, with that Hemi in it and stuff like that. Isn't that like a perfect Batmobile for a? It's just his black Superbird beast of a car. Citizen Ronan gets it. That's right. Why didn't DC? Right. Okay. So So Lee and I did talk. Yeah, we talked about it at MegaCon, and I gave Lee a copy. He hated it. No, I don't know. Did you hate it, Lee? So just imagine this is the car that was Thomas Wayne's car, right? Before he was murdered. But he's a Gotham City police officer, humble beginning, lives a humble life with his wife Martha, their son Bruce, in the cave section of Gotham City. He gets murdered, and now Bruce Wayne is raised by his Uncle Al. The only connection he has left with his parents is this car.
Dude,
but just imagine being all badass.
And that's a great pick, man. That was a great pick for the car.
Right?
And I know a lot of police officers, and a lot of them actually do own muscle cars. Like they're actually
they do
that shit. Yeah.
So back to the story. And I'm going to really get into a lot of fun stuff. Let's go to my window. And I want to know what you guys hear, because I'd love to hear stories from other creators. Maybe we can start bringing on other creators, of the greatest comic stories you thought you'd never read or something.
Yeah.
And then we can bring in, say, Graham Nolan with a pitch he had.
We
Chuck
should do that.
Dixon, Bo Smith, right? Jimmy, Brian Pulido. Let's start bringing Ethan. Let's start bringing these guys in who may have had pitches that were denied for one stupid reason or another.
Yeah,
and now
maybe it'll bring in some fan interest to bring some of these back. With your own characters.
Could be, yeah. Well, yeah. But something stirs in the boy, still haunted by the unsolved murder of his parents. A searing quest for justice that eventually leads him to Thomas's former partner and now police commissioner, Jim Jordan of the Gotham City Police Academy. So
Jim Gordon.
Jim Gordon. What did I say? Jim Jordan?
Yeah.
Jim Gordon. So he ends up. So now here's Jim Gordon. Feels a responsibility towards his partner's son. His partner's orphan son helps get him into the academy, and then the kid still is that same character. He's still Bruce Wayne. You could take away Bruce Wayne's millions. You could do all that, strip him of everything, but he'll still be Bruce Wayne. Here it says, Bruce excels as a police officer, and with his unmatched knowledge of the seedier side of Gotham, right? Because he's in the street, Scala. He's not living in some mansion 10 miles away, right?
Right. He's above the mechanics garage.
On the streets, man. On the streets.
Street smart.
Heck yes. All right. The man, Cedar side of Gotham is soon promoted to detective. Soon, he's probably 28 years old, right? Batman kind of age. We think that Bruce Wayne is in the Batman comics. Say he got out of academy at 21, 6 years to make detective. I think he could. Smashing guys up and stuff. Here, the man truly finds his calling. Even though faced with Gotham City Police Department's notoriously corrupt stonewalling, is that also a little familiar in some of the shit that's gone on in Gotham and in the Robert Pattinson Batman? Is it?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Right?
It's a common theme.
This is 20 years ago, right? Corrupt. So he proves to be a natural and solves several seemingly impossible investigations. Why? Because the man is still the greatest detective. He doesn't need all the computers, Scala. Right? He doesn't need the giant coin or the dinosaur.
Yeah, he's got the instinct.
He's got the instinct. I haven't had beer in a long time.
That Jim Jordan, man.
Yeah, he's a light beer. All right.
Jordan.
Okay, here we go. But such notoriety breeds enemies. Once believed to be trusted friends. Hey, that's a lot like comics, isn't it?
It is.
Bringing Detective Wayne to a decrepit rooftop and the shooting death of an unarmed innocent. Amid riotous protests and political saber rattling, right? Rioters, protests, Antifa, right? All this shit, right? And political saber rattling, the man is publicly vilified. Worse yet, he is shunned and suspended from the Gotham City Police Department. So what happens here is basically he is lured and entrapped in a murder of a unarmed innocent person. Framed. Destroy the man's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
For one so dedicated to righteousness, it is heartbreaking. Lost beneath the iron rails of the city's forgotten neighborhoods, his neighborhood, Bruce Wayne is reborn. Pulling an inadvertent aid of the ever-honest commissioner, Uncle Al, and the unlikely alliance with Selena Kyle, owner of the titillating Kitty adult shop.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Titillating.
Titillating Kitty. The titillating Kitty. How would you say that now? How would you?
I would say a titillating kitty.
Kitty.
Tits.
A tragic hero sets out to clear his name. Okay? So now here we go. So against the moonlight filtering through Gotham's concrete canyons, a determined creature shrouded beneath the visage of a bat will emerge to solve a murderous riddle of corruption and fear and cure a public disease. Did you see I put riddle in there?
I see that.
Who could be behind all this?
Hmm.
Wow, did that character appear in a movie recently too?
That is, yeah. That's
Interesting.
interesting, man. That is interesting.
Interesting. And everyone at DC Comics saw this. Um, will solve a murderous riddle of corruption and fear and cure a public disease that has spilled from Gotham's blackened alleys to the very sentinels who have sworn to protect it. Batman, Blue Collar, is a story that has never taken place. There are no prestigious schools, and there is no mansion and no luxury of millions for the world's greatest investigator to pool an arsenal of justice from. But there is the murder and the essence of the detective, of the man. Now, your pit's supposed to be one page, and that's like a page and a quarter. So you got to cut out a lot. And then you just send him that, and then when you talk about everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Pretty fucking cool, right? I thought it was cool. Very noir. Yes, just call me insane. It wasn't a penguin. The penguin was not in there, Pat. It was not the penguin. It might have been a character that debuted in a television series.
Oh.
But very film noir. Just think of all the black and the steam and everything like that, you know?
Was he gonna have gadgets though? Would he have what? How is he going about his detective? Or
Well,
was he just
okay, so here's the thing is that so if you want to share now the drawing real quick, the drawing is very blue collar-esque, if you will.
Well, the drawing, I would
Oh,
say,
I gotta share the
Billy,
drawing.
I've got it here.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Right there.
So if you look at him again, guys, I just drew this back in the day, 2006. You know, when you come up with a pitch and they want you to bring it in, I had to stop everything I was doing to come up with this. I mean, look at his arms a little messed up and all, but it's kind of cool, you know. But if you look at him, he's got the cowl that he makes. His gloves are just again very 1938 Detective Comics number 27. I wanted to, you know, channel that, if you will. His belt right there, dyed black, is actually a World War II or an Army surplus M1 Garand belt. You know, see all the pouches that you put your M1 your clips in. The shorts right there, because he gets the cape and the helmet, the cape and the cowl from Selena Kyle's Titillating Kitty adult shop, because he needs something leather to protect. So he has this suit, which is basically sort of like the Batman underwear, like, and then she's like, "You're gonna need these," and she holds up the leather shorts, you know. Trunk's like, "I am not wearing that," and she's like, "All right," and he comes out and he's just his junk's hanging out of the. He's got, you know, of his long underwear sort of thing. And he's like, "All right, I'll take him." So that's where he gets that from. The boots that he has, those are actually same thing, World War II surplus U.S. Army leggings. Right, dyed black, you know, the leggings that they would wear, and then just, you know, your combat boots or something like that, and just a lot of like things like weighted, like he had weights in his wings, so that's how he would use to fight. And I think I saw that in a recent Batman comic that came out, then a new one or something, that he's whipping his cape and hitting somebody in the face with it with the edges. So I put weights in them, and then just using the tools, you know, he would have like repelling gear and stuff like that.
Nice.
But and he's got to go and clear his name and fight to bring down this corrupt police department. And Jim Gordon helps him out. And you know, that was, now maybe I'm wrong, maybe it was used a lot in the past. I don't know. Before 2006, but I don't recall it, you know, it being used. And everyone liked this story. Like I said, it got up through the channels, through the ranks, and then got to the very top, and then they just blew it off, really.
Yeah, I wonder if they felt it wasn't like too, you know, canon enough, like it was completely going off into a different direction.
But they wanted like an Elseworld type story.
Yeah,
This could have caused, you know, this could have created a whole new universe, if you will, a whole nother storyline, like a fun thing that does not. Remember, this is the year of all the event books and stuff. You know, this is the time, Civil War, stuff like that. So I didn't want to infringe upon any continuity with Batman. But why not have a whole line of another line of books? They waste so much money on shit, right? It would cost the same amount of money to put out, say, book A, right? Or then it would to pay me to do this book.
Yeah, and he actually, you know what? Like the more I'm thinking of it with the story, because it's like you're giving a whole new origin story, which means if they did publish it and it took off, they could actually continue this series because now
Yeah.
you can introduce a whole new origin story for everything. You can create an origin story how he does start developing some gadgets to make it easier to navigate through the city, right?
Yeah.
You know, like his grappling hook. He would maybe he starts getting some other training from, maybe the local, kung fu instructor that he saved. All of a sudden, realizes who he is. His mask comes off, and now he's like, I can train you to fight better. And like they
Yeah.
could have
Or all the
really
guys.
developed this so
Yeah, you
much.
totally could. Like my idea to the way he knows how to fight is not only just growing up on the mean streets, but you have, this is a very seedy, poor side. You have guys coming in and out of jail, right?
Yeah,
So these guys learn how to fight in jail. You want to fucking learn how to fight. This is how they fight in jail. That
yeah,
sort of thing. It was a thing called Jailhouse Rock from the 70s, was a style of fighting that was really brutal and stuff. And it's like they would teach him in jails how to fight. I guess if you can Google
what's
that,
up,
hey,
Spaceman?
Spaceman. So anyway, so that was the beginning of, I'm like, okay. And and nothing ever became of it. And I really wish it did. I thought it could have been a lot of fun book.
Mhm.
But you get told too that they don't want you to do this story.
Yeah,
Like me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't know who I don't know who I wounded, or whatever, but they're like, if so and so did this, it would be a no-brainer. It'd be absolutely greenlit, but they're not gonna give you this story.
how do you take that information? It's just like fuck,
Yeah,
you know?
fuck. Oh well.
Damn, that would have been cool. It's fun, going through it and you explaining stuff like now the way me being a huge Batman fan, as most people know, like I actually now like am becoming more intrigued with it, because I'm thinking of the possibilities of the story arc, how you could develop that into other arcs, and just how you could incorporate like a character like the Joker now, right? Because the vengeance isn't right now in this issue, right? The vengeance is more about the corrupt cops and the killing,
Yes.
not the parents right now,
Yep. Yep.
right? But it could, who knows where it could lead down the road. That's a shame they didn't take it.
Right. But
That's right. They
why
left
was his
it out.
father killed?
Yeah.
Was his father a goody two shoes too, sort of person? And he had to and he had to be cut out. Now, does then Bruce suspect Jim Gordon, and then they have their things that he thinks
Yeah.
that Jim Gordon's in on this? Like, I had this entire story arc planned, to go on to the next story and the next story to follow these things up as as the Batman starts to, to
Yeah.
get more notorious. Does he get his job back once he is he's moonlighting as the Batman on top of his job as an ordinary police officer? Does he get some kind of a pension? Does he sue them? Does some kind of famous DC Comics attorney come in and help him out?
Yeah.
Could someone who is a wealthy, good, goody two shoes, or if you will, like a Green Arrow type of guy, come in? Oliver Queen want to help him to
Mhm.
seek justice, to clear his name of this cop that they know of. I mean, you could have so much fun with this stuff.
Yeah. That's a shame. That's a darn shame, dude.
Darn shame.
But it is cool though. It's kind of crazy though to see the elements that you thought of back in, what'd you say, 2009 or so?
2006 is
Or
2006.
2006? And then like you do look at elements of like the Batman movie or even the new Batman Cape Crusader, like the big thing about that is the corrupt cops,
Yep,
right? That
Gotham.
new animated series. It's
Yep.
a big thing's about the corrupt cops and trying to clean it up. But that's Commissioner Gordon's mission and
Right.
Barbara Gordon's mission in that. But that's pretty crazy, dude. How many more of these pitches do you have?
I've got a lot. I can read them off. Let's go. So let's shut this off. I don't know if you guys like this. If you think it's cool, let me know. Let me go into my pitch master and I'll tell you. I'll open up my pitches and we can go see them. Hang on. Pitch master. Here we go. This is old as F. Oh my God. Pitches for bitches. Item 9.
Pitches for bitches.
Let me see what else I got. Is it in here? Comic book pitch. Oh my God, Arena. Oh my God, it's Black Cat 9 Lives. Are you kidding me? Is it a Black Cat 9 Lives pitch? Holy shit! Black Cat in her own miniseries will pursue a mysterious statue of an Egyptian cat goddess, Bast, and its cosmic secret through 9 incarnations and 9 lives.
Oh, that's
She keeps
cool,
getting
man.
so it's all through history. So I can't give these away.
No, we got to set these up for some other shows.
Yeah, oh boy, man. So she goes, yeah. It's just I talk about wow. But I'll share my little thing. Let's share window. There you
I
go.
gotta say, you're pretty well organized to have all these things throughout.
Yeah,
the
so
week.
here's my lights, camera, Batman. Another one, which eventually became Lights, Camera, Captain America. That was the story I approached Dave Stevens with, and Dave loved it, and it was gonna be a Rocketeer Captain America story.
Well, that would have been cool.
Oh my god,
Rocketeer and Captain America.
Yep.
That'd have been pretty cool.
Arena with Heroes for Hire when I did Heroes for Hire when Captain America disappeared, and there was this false Captain America on the border, trying to stop illegal immigration, which is now crazy, right?
Yeah.
And it was it's called Arena, and they end up getting trapped over the Mexican border in this old Mexican bullfighting arena, surrounded by the Mexican army, and the heroes have to fight it out again. It's just good stuff, man. Where else do I got here? Here's my Rise of the Machine. Sergeant Rock, Crown of Thorns. Oh, Crown of Grass. Sorry, Crown of Grass. The Last Battle, which became War No More. See, it's right here, War No More.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff. If I go into pitches 1, pitches 2, that's Magnificent Seventh Graders, Batman, Catwoman. That's just art. Diamond stuff. So just fun stuff. A lot of fun. I got a lot of fun stuff, man. Where's my pitches for bitches? That's just pitches for bitches. And then comic book pitches are here. So I got a lot of pitches, man. Oh, Well-Balanced Victory. That's another good one. 2 for the Milky Way is something I adore. It takes place after the events of Fantastic Four number... It was June 1966. It's the sequel to This Man, This Monster.
Oh, nice.
And it involves Reed and Sue Storm's son Timmy. I think that's his name, Timmy. And it's about him and the Thing. 2 for the middle. It's a Huckleberry Finn story.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
And then I had Jade. I had another Emerald Dawn with Jade. Jenny Harden, the Green Lantern, who has a star heart, that she actually is the Ring. So she has the potential to be the most powerful character in the DC universe. And what happens to her. And it involves Lord Malvolio. How about that? Let me see who's in here. Let's see if Marcus Killigrew is in here. If he knows that. If he knows who Lord Malvolio is.
Oh, Marcus
Killigrew's
in here.
Lord Malvolio is the one that destroyed Hal Jordan's ring. And Hal Jordan's ring is not the ring that was given to him by Armin Sur. Hal Jordan's ring that he has today is Lord Malvolio's ring.
Let's see. Did Marcus know that? Where is he?
I don't know. He's not here. I think
he must have left. He must have left. He went back with his better plans.
Yep. This is in DC Comics Weekly 1981 at Story Art. Lord Malvolio, who looked a lot like Alan Scott, but bigger. He was almost like a Eddie Brock. There he is.
There he is.
Almost like an Eddie Brock, Alan Scott. He looked like. So.
Oh, we got here Bat Fan. By the way, if anyone doesn't know, I am the world's largest Batman memorabilia and art collector.
He totally is. He knows everything about Bat. So I would ask him questions and stuff when I was developing this.
So he's got that cool like 70s utility belt toy, I'm sure.
Yes, he does.
I think it was 70s. I'm not sure.
I think it's 80s.
Is it 80s? I don't know.
But I don't know. I'm impressed. Look at this.
I'm impressed with Billy's comic knowledge.
So here's
Me
the thing
too.
with me is that I don't know anything about comics, but if I want to tell a story, I will. I have a book over there, a Bible on Green Lantern, that I learned everything about Green Lantern. That I had Jimmy Tornes made it for me. And Jimmy T gave this book to me. That he did all this research, or I made it with him, or he gave me links or whatever, and I learned everything about Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps and Jenny Hayden, and it's a story and I actually did a picture. Let me see if I can find Jenny Hayden. It's actually Lauren posing for me, my sister-in-law. Hang on.
The Art of Times and J. Ryan, but does he have a can of bat shark repellent? That's a great question.
Loan shark repellent.
Bat shark repellent.
No, so this is my story. This is 2006. Again, is that 2006? Let me see the date. 2005. So this is when they're asking me to pitch. So I did She for 10 years. I'm friggin' done. So just hanging out with these guys, like, well, give us some pitches. We have this. What do you think of this character? I'm like, you give me a character and let me come up with a pitch. So I can share this and window. Yeah, it's Lauren. That's Lauren pose. That's my sister-in-law, Lauren, posing for me as Jenny Hayden. Now, I can't tell you why she's touching her belly like that. It's kind of weird. Just saying.
I wonder why. Is there a ring in that belly?
Yep. So that's another great story. But here's the thing, and we'll wind it down a little bit. Is again, Darwin Cook told me that Jack Kirby said comics will break your heart, right? Then Darwin told me one long night that we're hanging out that Marvel and DC will break your heart, and that's true. But Marvel and DC can break my heart, I think, a little bit, but comics could never break my heart. I'll tell you, because thank God that how I got into comics was with my own creations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a message for all of you out there, is to be like Brian Pulido, be like Jeff Smith, be like Terry Moore, be like Ethan Van Sciver now, be like, John Malin, be like Vaughn Coleman, be like Andy Smith. Make your own.
You like Billy Tucci. Come on, give yourself some credit.
Billy Tucci, hello. No, do your own books. Every time people come up to me at conventions, they want to do art. I get it. Yo, what up, Matt? That they want to get it. They want to work for Marvel and DC. Fuck Marvel and DC. They treat you like shit. And look at the garbage they're putting out. Right? Yeah. If you don't check off enough boxes, you're not even going to get a second look from them. But you do your own stuff, because this is such an amazing field, such an amazing opportunity that you actually could make a living writing, drawing, creating whatever aspect of your own personal properties, your own creator, own stuff. And it's very rewarding.
If you are successful and say deep down you did kind of have that dream, that could open up doors, though.
Sure.
That could open up doors where they
and then it does, and that's what happened. Look, Marvel and DC, they approached Brian Pulido after Lady Death's success. He did some monster line books for them. And Brian's funny because that's all he wanted to do. Terry Moore did some stuff, did some Spider-Man stories. Jeff Smith did same thing with Jeff, though. Like, I want to do this. I want to do Shazam, the Monster Society of Evil. Yeah. And they come to you for that. Me, I think I was a little too close to a lot. Now I have no complaints of what I did for them and the opportunities they afforded me. But I might have been a little too close to them, to some of them. Too good of a friend, I think, as opposed to someone that they would just approach if they looked at the success she had or whatever. I was almost like a buddy. And you're also in a position, though, that like I can't ask them for work. I can't act like I need this work, Yeah. I'll do it. It'd be great. So you don't pursue them enough and push them. But again, getting back to it, make your own books, guys. There's nothing more rewarding than having success on your own terms and with your own property, and not because you're the guy who's doing Batman now.
Yeah.
Right? Because how many people, they're doing Batman, then they break, not a Sean Murphy or someone like that, but how many others, then they'll break out and they'll want to go off on their own and do another property or create their own book, and it bombs.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares. You're the Batman guy. That's what they want you for.
Yeah. Unless you're Scott Snyder.
Unless you're Scott. Well, look at Scott Snyder. Same thing. Scott Snyder's he's a breed apart. Oh, I'm working on Rockabilly. Look for 2026 for Rockabilly, TJ. And it's good to see you, brother. TJ James is back, Scala.
TJ James. So, you got a comment here from Art in Times of J. Ryan. I was fortunate enough to talk with Darwin, and he said that Marvel and DC knows how much creators love their characters, and they use that against creators. This was back in 2011.
He's 100% right.
Yeah. You know what sparked? You know what sparked this episode tonight?
No,
was
yeah,
when I
what's
was
it?
talking to you about this new Batman series.
Tell
You
me
know,
about
and
the
I've seen a lot of comments out there. People are in it. You know, if you're in my generation, I mean, this was a show you were watching. I mean, I am. If there's one thing, Billy, that I am a pro on, an expert on, it is all things Batman the animated series, right?
Mm.
All things Batman the animated series. When this book came out, this became my Bible. Like, look at how freaking look at this. I got this. This is actually a first edition, probably worth a lot of money right now. But I taught myself how to draw the Bruce Timm way. I researched Paul Dini, all the guys once I got this book. And this is, you know, I was, geez, I don't know how old it when this book came out. Maybe I was 13. I don't know. But
Wow.
you know, been watching it since it ever debuted on Fox. And this new series comes out. I don't know if anyone in the comments has watched the new Batman Cape Crusader. It's got elements. It's supposed to be, you know, what I found interesting is I looked at your character, right, Billy? Your design of Batman, and then you look at this design of Batman,
Oh.
right? It
Oh.
captured your work captured a
Yep.
lot of the essence of the golden age Batman.
Yeah.
You know, with just the gloves, simple utility belt, simple
Mhm.
costume. I mean, I was seeing all the elements there, dude. But this series is just fucking with me. It's fucking with me because visually,
Why?
aesthetically, it is beautiful, right? The animation is great, the art is great. You know, the I'll call it a thumbnail or whatever you want to call it. My YouTube verbiage, but anyways, I mean, they did everything great. The homage stuff they put into this book, I mean, into this show, like you know, you got the old Adam West, right? His map of Gotham. You know, they created that in the series, right? But there's no computers. You know, they made it. You know, it's like 1939, right? Like when the first Batman appearance came. That's kind of how they modeled the set. They modeled it after the first Alfred, right? So you got this fat, you know, dark hair, balding guy is, you know, Alfred, which is great. The homage stuff's awesome. I mean, they
That doesn't
captured
look
like
like the first Alfred, though.
right there, you know,
That looks
besides
like
the
a more that
mustache.
looks like an '80s drawing, though. Is that what is that from?
What's that?
What is this
That's
Batman
older. Yeah.
from?
No, that's older
Interesting,
right there. Boom.
interesting.
Right
Ah,
there.
I
See?
apologize, yeah.
You see? But you know what's really cool is a man who loves universal monsters. I thought this was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's episode 2, right? You got Boris Karloff and you have his makeup artist, right?
Karloff. And who is that guy
Karloff.
on the left?
That's his makeup artist. Was it?
No, that's Jack Pierce, but who's the guy on the left? Is it supposed to be Karloff? Is supposed to be in the new Batman?
Oh, so this episode is about like an actor who's a great actor. Like, oh, you could win many rewards. So this is the Clayface episode, right?
Okay, okay.
So, and I thought this episode was pretty good. But so they do this thing, and you know, he's an actor, and you know, he's too ugly to, you know, get the starlet or win the major awards. So he wants, you know, his makeup artist is like, I can fix you, right? But they model. So again, you know, they're taking, you know, real people now from basically that era of when Batman debuted and use them as influence in the series. And this episode was great. I loved this episode and how they did Clayface. You know, he doesn't look anything like the Clayface from Batman the Animated Series or the comics. He actually looked a little more like how they redesigned Scarecrow for the new Batman Robin animated series. But
Mm.
I just love the influence they put in it. I mean, they capture that old Batman serial feel, the old crime noir.
Yeah.
It's great, but then they do stupid shit. They do
What is
stupid
that?
shit.
What
Like,
the
why
fuck
do we
is
make
that?
the penguin a woman? Like, what is the actual point of this? You know, the character will work. It does work. But again, it's like we go through all this stuff, right? And they gender swap the penguin. For what reason? I have no clue why they would gender swap it besides just gender swapping it. But there's no reason for it.
No, but
Now,
I'm kinda happy, I gotta be honest, if they're gonna that they gender swap the villain because they normally don't do that.
they normally don't. So they
They
did.
well, if it's, you know, they'll gender swap a hero,
Yes.
but they shy away from making a woman a villain.
Yes. And again, like I was telling you, man, it works. Like it works. I get it, you know, but it's still like as a long, lifelong Batman fan and the Batman fans out there, I'm sure that might kind of grind your gears a little bit that they did that. But another big issue with this series, and I don't know if anyone's watching, is like there's not really that much, it's not really about Batman. It seems to really be more about, Barbara Gordon, right? And Harley Quinn and stuff like that. Like a lot of the female characters that were secondary characters in the original animated series seem to be at the forefront of this series, versus like Batman and even Commissioner Gordon. Like they're all like secondary characters, which is really, really bothers me, Billy. It bothers me a lot. Because I want to, this is the golden age of Batman. I mean, people in the chat, please let me know your thoughts. This is the golden era of Batman. He is coming into his own. Why are we not telling his story while doing the character development of all these fucking villains and shit? It's just, I feel like it's for me, I want it to be a hit, but I think it's like a miss. It's just not capturing what that golden era of Batman was. And, when I was describing all the stuff to you, you said to me, I wrote a Batman pitch, and there's some similarities there because the corruption of the police, that's big in this series, is the corruption of the police. So then I said to myself, Billy, I was like, I said, self, maybe I'm fucking crazy. Maybe this series is about, trying to fix the police. The police are trying to adapt to the Batman being around and trying to get the corruption out. But then again, with everything that goes on in the entertainment industry, I'm like, I don't know. Am I just forcing on liking it? Am I forcing on liking it, Billy? Because I want to like it. I want to like it.
And well, that's exactly what he was saying. Like with Darn, that fans, we all got into it. Well, most of us did.
It's about Black Barbara Gordon, lesbian Montoya, lesbian Harley Quinn. I mean, Harley Quinn.
Well, I think wasn't Montoya always lesbian?
I don't. It was never.
I think she was.
Was she always a lesbian?
Right. She's the detective.
Yeah. She was a police officer.
Yeah, I think she always was. I think she was a lesbian.
Oh, look at that! Ready? The secondary characters aren't up for becoming public domain. Why not push them to the foreground? Ooh. Because they're not Batman. Stippling Vaughn.
Right. Yeah. So here's the thing: is that
she was always gay.
Again, like what Darren was saying, like the comic creators, they use that against you, and the publishers and the MCU, the DCU, they use that against the fans because they know we want to like these.
Yes.
Right? Because the vast majority of the people my age that got into comics, right, and a little bit younger than us, not your age people, it seems. But like maybe the vast majority of them, we were comic fans. We got into this because we love comics. Today they're getting into it because they don't like comics. They want to use this platform to push their own ideology.
Correct.
That's what they want to do. And they say, I never read the comics. Even the film producers and the screenwriters. Yeah, I never read the comics. And I'm not reading them now. They shit on the fucking source material. They stand on the shoulders of giants and piss on their heads. Disgusting.
It's crazy. We had a super chat. We missed it.
Oh, Stealth
X5. Hey, what's going on? Hello. Thank you for that. Let's see what the chat's got here. Let's see. They made Barbara Gordon black, of course. They did. She has red hair. She does have red hair. But, Aaron Sleeper says, but it's in the 40s. 40s, late 30s, early 40s. I mean, come on. Why don't they keep it, just keep it where it needs to be? I just don't get it. I don't get it, Billy. I want to like it. I want to like it.
I don't get it either, buddy.
Dan Jurgens' Batman is a real solid take.
Dan Jurgens is great. Dan Jurgens is a prince.
Dan Jurgens is awesome. We should get him back on.
Don't you love him?
I do. He's a nice guy.
We're going to see Dan Jurgens.
No, he's not going to be there.
What?
He's not at Terrificon this year.
Why not?
No, he's not on it.
Is that Billy Ordway going to be there?
That Billy Ordway will be there.
Billy Ordway will be there.
He's good at drawing Superman.
It's amazing.
It is amazing.
It's amazing. Oh, I'm sad that Dan Jurgens isn't going to be there.
No, Dan Jurgens isn't going to be there, but there's going to be a lot of great people there.
Like, who's going to be there next week?
Oh, man. So many great people, Billy.
So many.
Billy Tucci'S going to be there.
No JC Vaughn.
Why doesn't JC Vaughn come up to Terrificon?
I don't know.
JC Vaughn, I know you're there. I know you're watching.
We've got to get Mitch Halleck to invite JC Vaughn.
He should invite JC
and
Vaughn.
We've got to get on some panels. Next year, if he'll have us,
he'll have you.
We should do a panel and have JC Vaughn on that panel as guest.
He'll have you. He hates me, but he'll
talk about the Overstreet Price Guide comes out a week before. It hits stores like the week before Terrificon every year.
Can I just tell you how much I love JC Vaughn? He sends me my copy of Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide. And what's on the cover there, Billy? My fucking turtles, dude. Come on. Does the guy know me or what? JC Vaughn's one of the best. I love JC Vaughn. But yeah, dude, it's gonna be great. What are we gonna do? We're gonna hang out in the green room and stalk celebrities. You want to do that?
Yes.
Hang out with the Chips guys.
Yes, I got some things I wanted to share. Let me see what I have here.
Are you gonna sit on the motorcycle and I'll take pictures of you?
Yes, can you do that? Well,
yeah,
why don't we
I'll sit on the back and we'll have Deb take the picture, right?
And we'll switch him up.
You got our new PopXP shirts.
Yes, we are going to wear our PopXP shirts. Can we talk about some other stuff real quick? Let's not stay on too long.
Let's talk.
But there's something that struck me today is very curious. Some bleeding fool.
Really?
Yeah, you're a fool. What's up with this one? See it?
Marvel Comics editor defends men's boxing.
Offensive to Olympics opinions. Marvel Comics editor defends men boxing women. Now, this is the same person, Alana Smith, who did the infamous tweet. Hang on.
Men and women shouldn't be boxing competitively.
No, they should not. Especially if you want to kill someone.
Nah, seriously, that's just no.
This by the same person. Now, this is an editor at Marvel Comics.
Fund my comic.
What?
Fund my comic up on the top.
Where?
Bleeding Fool. Fund my comic right on the fucking banner on the top. You don't see the fundmycomic.com?
I see home. I see news and opinions, movie streaming. Oh, I'm on the wait. Oh, right in the banner up there. I'm
right in the banner, dude.
Dude, sorry. I'm on my Safari. I got to move.
You're like, I had a beer and antidepressants.
No, I'm looking at the one on Safari because I opened it in Safari first. Yeah, gotcha. So this is the same person. Let us not forget about Alana Smith, who notoriously in 2016 posted this infamous tweet, if you guys remember that. Alana writes, make no mistake, even if Trump loses, we remember who supported him. This is an editor at Marvel Comics.
If she thinks men and women should box, so get in a ring with a man.
Right. But again, this is 2018. This is 2016. This is from 2016. Something was found 2 years later. But this is someone openly threatening comic creators if they dared vote for Donald J. Trump. But now she goes in again, and she's a feminist. And listen to this crap, though. So here we go.
Who was the winner of the first Olympic domestic violence medal event?
It would seem Marvel Comics editor Alana Smith is indirectly addressing the insult to an Italian lady boxer at the Paris Olympics when an allegedly transgender woman forced the lady to quit within 46 seconds. Smith said on one of her social media pages, I was a mixed gender karate. I was in mixed gender karate classes in high school, and I got punched in the face by adult men twice. I didn't mind because I wanted to be competitive against these guys. The idea that women are too delicate to go against big scary men is so patronizing it boggles the mind. And it's not even what happened here. So yes, I get it. There's a lot of controversy that they're saying that the Algerian boxer is a woman, and that they're getting that by the Algerian Boxing Commission. That this is a boxer that failed.
She's a woman, but she has like XY chromosomes.
Yeah, she has XY chromosomes, and she's got a penis.
What?
And I'll show you photos of this person too. That the IBA, I think it's IBA. It's called rejected this person from boxing against women. So it says that, and who wrote this article? Avi, the great Avi Green says, well, it seems somebody doesn't know the difference between self-defense classes and sports, which can involve different approaches along with do's and don'ts. She doesn't consider that men have considerably more physical strength than women, and that this can run the gauntlet of severe injury. Women in self-defense course may expect and realize they have to cope with pain before game. But in sport competition, it's a whole different game. And it is. So my son, Matthew, is a wrestler. He's going off to school
Yeah.
in a few weeks. And when he was little, they wrestled against girls. They had girls wrestling in it. Now, girls wrestling is the fastest growing sport in the United States, high school and stuff. He was at a tournament at Hofstra University a few weeks ago, and there was a woman, a Division A college wrestling young woman, right? This woman, it was 20-1 or maybe 20-0. And she wanted to go into the match to wrestle, right?
Yeah.
My son beat her in about 10 seconds, pinned her in 10 seconds. And she got up crying and she ran off and he felt terrible and stuff. But the point is that, yes, when maybe you're young, there could be some competition because girls do mature quicker than boys. But once they get to this age, they get to be 10th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, etc. There's no competition.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not even, it's 11th grade, whatever, 12th grade, you go with that. And it's not fair, especially to these women like this woman, this Italian boxer woman, some of the other women that this guy or this person has faced off against, that they've trained their entire lives with a dream to become an Olympic champion. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got to face off against something like this. It's disgusting. It's deplorable, if you will. And if I'm wrong, tell me. I don't give a shit, but I'm here. This is what my wife is saying. My wife's friends were saying, because we were all together last weekend talking about this. And it's insulting to these amazing female athletes. And then they have to go up against something like this.
Yeah. And the thing too, though, is like it we can all have, comments, but at the end of the day, it is like a safety issue, right? For these athletes, because let's her build or this person's build's not, massive, but, what if it was, straight, everyone admitted, yeah, this is a trans woman, whatever, but had more of a man's build. I mean, the strikes and blows that the woman would take would just be, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, you're right. And again, the same thing that you join a self-defense class, you're going into that because you're going to have to defend yourself against someone who's 9 times out of 10 far more stronger than you. And you have to learn to counter that, to defend yourself. This is far different than you training for a sport to become the pinnacle of your sport. And then having to face off against someone like this in this particular sport. Now, you're never going to see guys, trans people, ever competing with girls in Olympic gymnastics.
Yeah,
they'll get destroyed.
Yeah,
the way that sport is and whatever revolves around, there's no way. But you talk track and field, you're talking, sprints. You talk no way. And not saying one is better than the other. No one's saying that. It's just different. There was a famous book that came out in the 80s called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. And it's true, men and women are different. Sorry. Especially biologically. Yeah. There's no question about that. So, and again, I'll show you a photo of this particular athlete that's circulating everywhere, and I'm seeing this. And again,
is that the red shorts where it looks like there's a penis or something?
Well, let me open it up. Hang on. Yeah, well, there's images of them boxing, but with a cup on. Why would this person need a cup while boxing? Here it is. Let me open this one up. I'm going to share this, Scala, all right? I'm going to share this. Okay? This is that person. This is that boxer, the Algerian boxer. Why in the world is this person wearing this? She's not. His training partner isn't. His sparring partner isn't. Why that?
I don't know. I have no answer.
You talk about denying science. You talk about everything's in the science. Let's talk science. How about this one? So here's another photo of this particular person. Right here. Hang on a minute. Terry Moore posted Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. It's glorious. Hang on a minute. Let me find the photo. Someone sent it to me and I might have just threw it away because I just got so frustrated and aggravated with it. Come on now. Come on. That's not the one. Oh, Scala's just right there. Let's see if it's a screenshot. I apologize, everyone. Nope, it's not a screenshot. It's an image. Give me a second. Now, this isn't the one. There was another one that was far more telling.
Yeah.
But here's a photo of this particular person. Okay. Window. There you go. Hey, come on. Caliph. All right. Like, is it me? Right?
Is it you?
You know, and again, you know, you talk about, you know, these find image. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Thank you, Jeff.
That's a nice suit.
It is a nice suit.
That's a nice
Tuxedo
suit.
collar. I have another one I want to share.
Don't you have a suit like that?
No, I don't.
Waiting for Billy to find images is fun. No, really.
Okay, here's another one. Look at that. Oh, wait a minute. That's Dan
Oh, what is
Lawless's-
that?
That's Dan Lawless's variant cover for the Deadly Trio. Coming to you on Kickstarter November 20th. A story by me, Jimmy Palmiotti, and Brian Polito. We each created a character. These three space victims that even though they hate each other, must team up together to save the world.
Oh, now which character is Mr. Tucci'S?
Which one do you think is mine? You know which one's mine. That's mine right there.
Right there.
Rianne is mine. She is from the planet Athanis, and she is literally Athanis is the inventor of the kaleidoscope. So she is basically a living mood rock. That she wears her emotions on her sleeves. Her skin changes with her emotions. This over here is Garga, which is Brian Polito's character. She's a barbarian queen who turns into a bat-like monster. And this right here is Dorian, which is Jimmy and Amanda's character. Dorian is a pilot and a star-traveling mechanic who can fix anything. And this is Rocket Monkey Rondo right here, her accompanist, her accompaniment. How do you say accompaniment?
A what? What did you?
You never saw Oh Brother Where Art Thou? These are accompaniment. So this is Dan Lawless's extraordinary. Isn't that gorgeous?
That is. That's a great cover. Dan
This
does
book
such great
is
work.
badass, guys. I cannot wait to see it. It's from us, so it's like no holds barred, man. It's a 32-page comic, so it's very affordable, and it is launching on November 20th, 2025. And I'm working on my cover now, and basically all the covers are in except for mine and Amanda, I think.
What's on her calf there? What's in that?
Okay, so she's a pilot, my character. So what these are,
Okay.
it harkens back to the it's her oxygen. So she wears a helmet, and she'll take those tabs, and it's whatever breathing apparatus. So it's a capsule of air, if you will. It's taken off of the World War II pilots. That's where they had the flares around their legs if they get shot down in the water or something. It is used for a flare gun.
So JC Vaughn says, "Serious Billy, you keep saying space victims instead of space vixens. I think you need another phrase."
Space vixens. There's no victims here. Their planets get destroyed, but they're badass. So is that a laser hair dryer? Yes, that's the whole fun part about it. It looks like a hair dryer. We're having a lot of fun with these, Lee. So
Zuby says, "Do you think Joe
here's the
Jusko
picture I want to
is
show
the
you.
most skilled comic artist?"
What did he say? What?
Joe Jusko
Is Joe Jusko the most skilled comic artist? Joe Jusko is a phenomenally skilled comic artist, but it's really hard to say who the most skilled comic artist is. Wouldn't you say so?
I would say that's a tough one.
But he's up there, man. Joe Jusko's a prince.
He is up there.
There he goes. This is the boxer.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you guys think?
Looks very manly to me, dude.
Quiero más machos, Señor Lamas or Caliph. Anyway,
Don't
Just
show
saying.
Lopez. Don't show Lopez.
Don't show Lopez. Lopez gets very
Space
upset.
Babes is 280s.
Space Vixens.
The Space Vixen.
Space Vixens. What do you think of my Batman lighting? You don't like it?
I like your Batman lighting.
I had other lighting, but like I said, we had a lot. JC Vaughn bailed us out today. Thank you, JC. Guys, do not go to our website if it's still up there and order the She and Lady Death Overstreet price guide hardcovers. They're all sold out. Soft covers you can get. So hopefully Diane took it down.
Hopefully. Come on, Diane.
So something cool, Old Bean. I mean, you're not Old Bean. You're Scalawags.
I'm
JC
Bald
Vaughn's
Bean.
Old Bean.
Bald Bean.
So this guy took a pic. This guy's wife took photos and played with AI or whatever and made herself how she would have looked from the 1910s to the 1990s. How cool is that?
That is pretty cool.
Various hairstyles and fashion, right? The 20s, look at that. The 40s, 50s. That's hair's more 40s than 50s.
Yeah, that's more 40s.
Yeah, that's more 40s, but 50s, 70s.
Like, I feel like 60s could be more 50s.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like it skipped 60s.
Yeah, because the 60s probably would have been like long and straight, maybe.
Yeah. Or that
Right.
like little poof thing.
The beehive.
Yeah.
Yep. But the 70s,
The hairspray.
Cool. Yeah, and then look at the 80s. Hell yeah, man. The 80s and 90s, bam. I still love that look. Big hair, don't care.
That's oh shit. Where the hell did you find this?
I don't know. It just popped up on like Instagram. Like, oh, that's cool. I gotta save that and talk about it tonight.
That's what you look at on Instagram, other people's wives.
Oh yeah.
What?
No, it was just on. Okay, we're not gonna talk about England. What's this one?
Our boy Steve Houston's in England.
Is he?
Yeah, he finally went back home to visit his family after like 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll be back in a couple weeks.
God bless him. God bless.
Boom. Billy. It's
what about this one? I gotta share something. JC Vaughn. I don't know if you've seen this one, but this is crazy. If you
Whose
guys
wife is it?
in light
What?
of the assassination attempt on the future president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, 3 weeks ago, did you see JD Vance's security detail?
No.
Can I share it, Scala? And then I'll leave, I promise. Here he is. There's that woman.
Is that the same woman?
Same woman. Look, definitely the same woman. That is definitely the same woman. This guy says that ain't the bullshit. That is exactly the same woman.
Yeah, it's the same woman.
That is definitely the same agent. The one that couldn't holster a weapon and saying, what do we do? Where we go? Look at this. Where we going? What are we doing? It's definitely the same person. I just love this. Pray for JD Vance.
It's Pat, LOL.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, man.
That's the fun stuff. Is
That's
this a
fun
longhouse?
What is that?
Look at this.
Secret Service is trolling people on a slow news.
Secret Service is trolling people. Anyway, so if I could share a few things real quick before we go. Let's go to it.
What do you got? What do you got?
I want to go to my store. Show some.
Oh, yeah?
Things. Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's go check it out. Let's go shopping, everybody. Grab a basket.
Everyone, we've been packing up all the San Diego Comic-Con stuff. Move this over here.
Oh, the Evangeline cover.
The Evangeline cover. I messed up her mouth, but there you go. So here's our San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. All the Evangeline stuff is sold out. The art isn't. You'll notice the price of my art, even though it's an independent character, is high because I don't want to sell it. But if someone's going to buy it, we'll be more than happy. The She 30th anniversary silver bars. Where's my bar? We have, I think, two left. Let's see. I have the bars here. 2 left in stock. It's 0.999 pure silver. Each one comes with an individually colorized UV She image. These are San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. There's only 30 of them made. 31 of them made because one's a 0, and I didn't want to have 30 pieces of silver. You know what I'm saying, Scala?
Yeah.
I didn't want 30 pieces, so
No.
we got 31 pieces. For our anniversary, we put the order in for these. They're going to be coming in next week. Hopefully, we get them out before Terrificon. If not, they go out the weekend. Oh, it's just 3 weeks, so it's going to take a few weeks. But we got 2 of these left in stock. If we go down to my She stuff, again, there's a few of these left. Let's find the metal edition. Let's do that. One left of our metal edition of this book. It's gorgeous. It's on a white a white ceramic metal. They're just beautiful. Nile Scala, thank you very much for this graphic, by the way.
You're welcome.
We have our Lady Death
pen?
sheet.
Who did the Lady Death sheet pen?
We did. Mike Renzini, the great Renzini.
Oh,
Only
nice.
$4. These are ones that were handed out at JC Vaughn's panel celebrating Lady Death and She, celebrating 30 years. And we have a few left. We had 39 extra. Brian Polito got the rest, and we split what was left over from the panel. So we're selling it for $4 each. If you buy this button, guys, you'll also get the Misstruck button, because if you look at it, it says 1994 to 2024. All good, right, Scala?
Yeah.
The first ones we made said 1994 to 2004.
No.
Yeah, so we had to make another 200, 300 of them up, me and
Jeez.
Debbie, and FedEx them overnight so they're in time for Comic-Con for the panel.
Shit.
That's why I'm selling them so we can make some money back. We got killed on it. Of course, all our great metal editions, our anniversary books, our anniversary pin, Turtles book, Scala.
Yes.
2 left in stock of our
2
signature series Turtle books. That's it. These books are going for $100, I heard, on eBay right now.
Wow.
Yep. Here's my what you call it, 6 left of the Remark edition. So I do a little turtle in the drawing. A little drawing of a turtle. Only 6 left in stock. If you guys want to get them, please do. Overstreet. Oh, did she take them down? Soft. Yeah, she took down the soft. Thank God. Took down the soft covers. The hard covers are gone. Thank you very much. Thank you, JC Vaughn, for this amazing opportunity. What a joy it was to draw She and Lady Death together. These books are switched, but all the hardcovers are sold out. Thank you so much.
They're sold out at Diamond and Gemstone too, by the way.
Your retailers may have them delivered to their shops.
Yeah.
So
lovely.
Oh, and that's that. I'm tired.
All right,
I was
bro.
at 3:00 last night, yesterday morning.
What the hell were you doing this morning?
I was playing with something, learning all about it, something I got.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. You're like playing like cops and robbers. Are you cleaning it? You're like,
I'm like, ooga, look. That's a lighter, Scala.
That's a lighter?
A lighter. How cool is that?
That's a big ass lighter.
Big ass lighter. I think I'm gonna go to the store and just like, hey.
Yeah, that'll work for you.
That'll work for you. I like to bend that over showing the whole 50 states, right? You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. All right,
brother.
brother.
Yep, it's a Beretta. Yeah, that's a Beretta. So it's a lighter. It's a fake Beretta. It's not a real one. But Scala, what do we got going on next week? Let's talk.
Dude, we got Tuesday or Wednesday. We got to see how we're scheduling that. We're gonna have Brian Polito on.
Yeah, we can do Wednesday because Tuesday's my birthday, bro.
I got to see if he can do Wednesday. Right now, it's scheduled for Tuesday. It's been scheduled for Tuesday for like 3 months.
I know.
I think Roy Thomas is going to be on with Brian Polito because he's going to be at Brian's convention. Roy Thomas is the headliner.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
What's this show called? Is it the Phoenix?
Tucson Comic-Con. Robin and Terry Moore will also be guests of it. It's a great show. It's up there. It's up there with Terrificon, Baltimore, Heroes, South Carolina Comic-Con, and that. Those are our 5 favorite cons. And it's hard to pick one of the Politos, the way the Polito, they treat their guests like kings and queens. Take you out to dinner. I don't know how they do it. I guess because they don't have kids.
They have a
We're
dog.
like their kids.
They have a dog. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah. But so that's what we got Tuesday, bro.
PX Storm. I have a PX Storm too, Lee, Bat fan. Maybe we'll do a gun show. Can we get in trouble? We do an episode on guns.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it depends.
Well, the
It depends.
instructions
I
and
just
talk about
was
the
I
guns?
was just watching there's a popular gun YouTube channel that's like, they're like shadow banned, and their channel used to be huge. And
Mm.
they actually did a couple shorts, one like being like, people aren't seeing our videos. What did we do? And they just do like, they show the guns, they do like some target shooting and explain to you about the guns and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I mean, there are a lot of channels on it.
It will be, I promise. But I think next week we have Terrificon, which is Friday morning. Debbie and I are leaving. But maybe Thursday Night Live, we were talking about the credits, where credit is due, right?
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah.
And what is that? What
Especially
is
with all the
the matter with
controversy
that?
that's going on.
A lot of
Well,
controversy.
you get the controversy because, the big thing in the industry, which wasn't a standard back in the silver and bronze age of comic book making, today's day and age is editors don't get credit, right? Editors don't get credit, character development credit, things like that. But, the big issue is, obviously Roy Thomas. Roy Thomas and his, credits on Wolverine and what he's done, which has been documented. It's been documented, back in, articles in the early 80s talking about who developed it. And, all the names we all know are mentioned. It's all there. It's all documented. And, people are trying to say, Roy's trying to get credit, because all the other guys have passed and this and that, and, one thing I want to say, Roy doesn't get $1. He doesn't get $1 for any of that. He's not doing any of this for money. It's just credit where credit's due. And he had a big part in developing Wolverine and all that. And, Marvel vetted it. They vetted the files, the records, and went through everything. Attorneys, all that stuff have to get involved when you're going to credit someone on something. And they vetted it and they gave him credit. But a lot of people are like, no, he doesn't get credit. He doesn't get credit. And a lot of pros are like, oh, editors don't get credit, this and that. But back in that time, that was not a rule. That was not a rule. That wasn't part of
Yeah.
it. So,
We
I think we should have that conversation. We should talk about
definitely
it.
have that conversation. We should have a nice guest list too. We should have
Yeah.
an all-star lineup for that, including those who have received credit,
Yeah,
and those
I think
that may have been robbed of credit.
that would be good too. But I think I do. I think if you work on it, no matter what your position is in that comic book company or whatever group, whether you're an editor or not, if you take the time and you're actually working on full development, you give direction of what you're looking to be developed, everyone that worked on that character should get credit. His, the reason why we brought that
Worked
up
on
because
it.
of
Yeah,
that.
but see, that's different. Not worked on it. If you wrote issue 3 or something like that, you should not be given.
But here's the question though, right? Here's the question at hand. Someone, you know, characters get developed, right? Characters' personalities and stuff change, right? So let's say, credit should be given to people who have substantially also changed a character and its popularity, I feel. Because you look at a character like Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool wasn't anything special. He was a cool character. Aesthetically, he was a cool character when he came out. But I mean, there's other creators that developed that sarcastic personality that, Ryan Reynolds portrays. That was not Deadpool was slightly sarcastic when he first came out, but he wasn't like Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, which he is basically he's taking that from the later iterations of the character and the other guys writing it that developed that personality. So it's interesting. It's an interesting topic, man. I don't know if the viewers, if the viewers are interested in it, we'll put a panel together. But
Oh no, I think we've got some. This is going to be a good one. What a good one! That's a
I'd
great
like to talk more
Comic-Con
people
show.
who should have gotten credit but didn't.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know. You mentioned it. Do we know people who haven't gotten credit for making creating characters?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't think so. I just said that. I don't know anything about comic books.
What are comic books?
Comic books are modern American mythology, bro.
That's true. I think Bill Finger's like the worst case of it.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
So we could talk about. We could talk to Mr. Finger. Maybe we could find someone who's.
We could get her. We could get his daughter. We could get his daughter. When I had Brian Uslan on, the guy who produces all the Batman, anything
Yeah.
Batman related.
Yes.
If you watch that episode, we have Bill Finger's daughter on in the beginning. You know, because they're good friends, and she wanted to stop in and say hi. I bet we could get his daughter on to talk about creator credit.
Where does she live? Do you know?
I did know. It was mentioned to me. I'd have to find out. Does it matter? Does it matter where she lives?
Well, I figure we go over her house. We bring cake over.
We'll film. We'll film on location.
Yeah.
She's in Florida. That's right. The Bat fan knows.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, everybody. I'm tired. Like I said, I went to bed at 4 and no 3. And my wife woke me up at like 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't for that.
Yeah, little tooch. Needed some little
she's all stressed out, so I'm like, what do you make yourself a margarita? She goes, I'm gonna need more than that. And she had no lemonade to make herself a drink. So I'm like, anywho, guys, what a great show. Nile, good show, right? Do you guys, like this? If you guys can hit the thumbs up, please smash the thumbs up, smash the like button. Subscribe. Let us know if you like this, because I have a lot of pitches and we have a lot of friends, fellow creators who have also pitched stories, and I'd love to hear them. I hope this was entertaining. I hope you guys like this one.
I hope you all enjoyed it.
Yes.
Make sure to grab a goodie bag on the way out.
Goodie bag. Tuesday's my birthday, so again, I don't know if I'll see you on Tuesday.
All right, man. You ready? You ready to say goodbye? You good?
Goodbye.
You need another beer, bro? You good?
Yeah, and I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna be in the. All right.
All right, everyone, have a great night. We'll see you all next week. Thanks for hanging out. All right, bye.
What?
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on PopXP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the PopXP and over on Instagram at the PopXP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.